Jen Picardo ran for Congress 2 years ago as an unaffiliated candidate in the 6th District, which at the time represented Guilford and Forsyth counties. Now she's running as a Republican in the 9th District, hoping to represent Randolph County. Jen Picardo is one of 2 candidates in this primary who actually lives in the 9th District.
I was raised here in North Carolina since I was 8 years old in Asheboro, North Carolina. I graduated from Winston-Salem State University with a bachelor's in healthcare management. And that's one of the reasons that I got into politics, really.
Picardo, who lists education as a top issue on her campaign website, says she wants to make health education part of a student's core curriculum.
Health education teaches kids about their mental health, their physical health, and their emotional health at grade appropriate levels, from kindergarten through 12th grade.
Does your health plan include sex education?
It does include reproductive education. Now, the most important thing about preventing child abuse is teaching children about their about their anatomy. Now, in high school, I do think that we need to teach children about sexual education and reproductive health because, one, I am pro-life, but I also believe in preventing abortions and preventing the need for abortions. And that's the only way we're going to be able to do it.
Picardo says during her time at Winston-Salem State University, she became more politically aware of concerns over police brutality.
Everything that has to do with police brutality got me into it. I did protest downtown to lift those voices who feel like they are unheard. I want them to know that they are heard, that we do see them, and that we do see what's going on with police officers who feel like they have the ability to treat others like that and to take lives.
What are you going to do about immigration?
Okay, I do. What I would like to do is prioritize the needs of the people who are already in this country. I would say let's shut down the borders, but also end visa lotteries. We need to prioritize the people who are already in this country, help them get their legalized first over refugees, because if we don't put our country first, who's going to do it? This is putting America first.
You mentioned that you're interested in helping those who are already here. Does that mean you're a supporter of the Dreamers program, the DACA?
Yes, they are our friends, our families, and I do believe that we need to support them. They've been here their entire lives. So I know they consider themselves Americans because that's all they know. They've been here.
How do you like your chances here?
I am the only woman, and we need more women in politics because we talk about birth control, we talk about being pro-life and pro-choice, and not many women are at these seats. And when they are, it's people who are already out of the age of having children.
Picardo is the only candidate in this race who says she did not vote for Donald Trump in the last presidential election. Picardo says she was then an independent candidate and voted for the Green Party. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.